Episode 9, A Typical Sunday with Family. Hello and welcome to Listen to Stories. This is a simple story for English learners. Today, our character is Mia, and her story is about a typical Sunday with her family. Listen carefully and enjoy the story. My name is Mia, and I want to tell you about my favorite day of the week. Sunday is a special day for me because I spend it with my family. Every Sunday is the same, and I love that. I wake up on Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. I don't have an alarm clock on Sundays. I just wake up naturally when my body is ready, and that feels wonderful. I stay in bed for a few minutes, and I look at the ceiling. The room is quiet, and the light is soft and warm. I think to myself, today is Sunday. Today is family day. And I smile. I get up slowly, and I go to the bathroom. I wash my face, and I brush my teeth. Then I go to the kitchen to make breakfast. But wait, I can already smell something good from the kitchen. My mother is already awake, and she is cooking breakfast for everyone. She wakes up early every Sunday to cook for the family. She makes eggs, bread, cheese, and tea. And she always makes a big pot of soup, too, for later in the day. I go to the kitchen and I say, "Good morning, Mum." She smiles and says, "Good morning, Mia. Did you sleep well?" I say, "Yes, very well. Thank you." She gives me a cup of tea and I sit at the kitchen table. A few minutes later, my father comes into the kitchen. He is wearing his comfortable clothes and he looks very relaxed. He says, "Good morning, everyone. What a beautiful Sunday." We all laugh because he says this every single Sunday. Then my younger brother comes in. His name is Sam, and he is 15 years old. He is still half asleep, and his hair is messy. We all laugh again when we see him. We all sit together at the table, and we eat breakfast. Nobody is in a hurry. Nobody is looking at their phone. We just eat and talk and laugh together. My father talks about his week at work. My mother talks about the neighbors and the garden. My brother talks about his friends at school, and I talk about my work and my plans for the week. After breakfast, my mother and I clean the kitchen together. My father reads the newspaper in the living room, and my brother goes back to his room. This is normal for our Sunday mornings. At 12 o'clock, something wonderful happens. My grandmother arrives. She lives near our house, and she comes every Sunday for lunch. When she knocks on the door, we all feel happy. My grandmother is 75 years old, but she is full of energy. She always brings something with her. Sometimes she brings cake, sometimes she brings fruit. Today, she brings a big bag of oranges from her garden. She comes in and she hugs everyone. She hugs me the longest because I am her favorite. She says this to everyone, but I think it is true for me. We all laugh. We sit in the living room together and we drink tea. My grandmother tells us stories about her life when she was young. Her stories are funny and interesting and sometimes hard to believe. My brother always says, "Grandma, is that really true?" And she always says, "Every word." At 2 o'clock, my mother calls us to the table for lunch. The table is big and there is food everywhere. Rice, chicken, soup, salad, and bread. My mother is an amazing cook, and her food is always delicious. We all sit down, and my father says, "Thank you for this beautiful meal." Then we start to eat. Lunch on Sunday is never a quick meal. We sit at the table for a long time. We eat slowly, and we talk, and we laugh. My grandmother always eats a little of everything. She says, "Good food is one of the best things in life." And I completely agree with her. After lunch, we all feel full and happy. My father and my brother watch football on TV. My mother and my grandmother sit in the garden and talk. And I sit on the sofa with a cup of tea and a book. The house is warm and quiet and comfortable. Outside, the sun is shining. Everything feels perfect on Sunday afternoons. At 4 o'clock, my grandmother says, "I must go home now." We all tell her to stay longer, but she always leaves at 4. She says, "I have my program at 5 o'clock, and I never miss it." We laugh, and we hug her goodbye. My father walks her home because her house is close. And when he comes back, the house feels a little quieter, but still happy. In the evening, my mother makes something light for dinner. Just some bread, cheese, and leftover soup from lunch. We sit at the table again, just the four of us, and we talk about the day. My father says, "It was a good Sunday." My mother says, "Yes, it was. A very good Sunday." My brother just smiles because he is tired from the football. And I say, "Same time next week." We all laugh. Because of course it will be the same next week. That is the beauty of Sunday with family. It is always the same, and that is exactly why I love it. Before I go to sleep, I think about my day. The breakfast, the tea, my grandmother's stories, the big lunch, the quiet afternoon. I feel grateful and happy. This is my typical Sunday with family. Simple, warm, and full of love. And I hope your Sundays are the same. Thank you for listening to this story. I hope you enjoyed it today. Subscribe to Listen to Stories for more stories. See you in the next episode.